Welcome, everybody, to the September Metaphysical Live. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm excited to find out what questions you have to ask. And I see we have a few people who've already entered their questions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So before we dive in and start doing questions, I want to take just a couple of minutes to ask our guides to join us and start this thing off right, because there's a lot of deep things going on right now. And I want to make sure we have a good connection and that we're all in the right frame of mind and energy. So if you will, just take a couple of deep breaths and join me in inviting your guides to join us. So, on this illustrious occasion when we gather for our metaphysical chat, we invite all of our guides, angels, masters, teachers, enlightened beings to join us in this circle, this beautiful energetic circle where we come together to share only love, light, and truth from the Akashic Records. We ask all of you to be with us, to lift us up, to help the answers and the questions be for the very highest intention and benefit of all. Because we need truth right now. There's so much swirling chaos out there, so much doubt, even theories about things that may or may not be true. And we need truth. So we ask you, bring us clarity, help us to see only the truth, and then flood it with love and light so that we all leave this circle tonight feeling lifted up, feeling reassured, and knowing that you've always got our backs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all for being here again. So let's see, we have got, it looks like 10 people. Wow. Okay. So it looks like you guys are all going to get your questions answered tonight. Hopefully a few more will join us as things get moving along. So let me scroll back up to the top. So we have the very first person is Alex. Welcome, Alex. I don't think I've seen you here before. So if you're new, lovely to have you. So you have been through the ringer. You had the long version of the virus. You have a broken hip and a husband who ostensibly left for cigarettes 2 months ago and is now back with his ex. Is there a future for you? You're unable to work. I'm so sorry that you're going through all of that right now, Alex, but I can assure you, if you want a future, there is a future for you. So that's the first thing to ask about. So for Alex Reborn, can you give her some insight into what she can do about this situation? Is there hope for her? The end of this rainbow. Absolutely. If you choose it, Alex, there is hope for you. So what can you share with her that she might do to slowly turn things around, get her life back, to start living again, to no longer be a prisoner of illness and poverty? Faith and trust, Alex. You have fallen down into this deep, dark rabbit hole of a pit. And from that perspective, it seems there is no hope. That's normal. So please don't blame yourself for that. When you get into that kind of a situation, you are faced with really digging deep to discover who you are at your core. Do you want to come out of this? Because it won't be easy. It's going to take effort, but your angels are there to help you. So for you, it's a matter of looking around at where you're at. I want you to get a journal. And I want you to keep notes. And every day when you wake up, find something to be grateful for. Even if it's just there's a roof over your head, there's fresh air to breathe, you had a bed to sleep in. Dig deep. Find what you can find to be grateful for. And then each day that list is going to expand. Now, this is really important. It might seem trivial, it might seem silly, but it's really not. It's a very purposeful exercise that your angels are recommending for you. Because when you focus on things to be grateful for, your energy will shift, leaving you in a better place that you are more open to see, to accept, to notice when they are bringing opportunities your way to help you get out of this mess. Now, I don't know, let's ask this question. Is she in a position where she's able to accept offers for help? Okay, you are. So you're ready to ask for help. So you reach out, you ask for help. You don't have to do this alone. There are people out there who are willing able and gladly would help you, just as you would help them if the situations were reversed. So please don't hesitate to ask for help, first of all. But then day by day by day, you're going to build this gratitude journal. It's going to get bigger and bigger. And as it increases, you will start feeling better, which means your energy is going to shift quite rapidly if you're diligent. That energy will shift so that you will start attracting more positive things into your life. It's not going to probably turn around overnight, although it can. Miracles happen every day. So why not ask for that? Ask for it to happen rapidly. Meanwhile, you do your part. Meet the angels halfway by shifting your energy into a state of gratitude as much as possible. When you find yourself shifting back to a place of, oh, woe is me, and feeling sorry for yourself, because that's natural. Don't blame yourself for it, but be aware of it. When you shift into that energy, you want to quickly swipe the screen, go back to your list of things that you're grateful for. You don't want to stay in that energy of focusing on what you don't want, because that expands. So the more you focus on what you do want and what is good about your life, the faster you will turn this around. So give that an honest effort. Come back and let us know how it goes, okay? We're sending you so much love and light, and just know your angels are surrounding you, holding you in a circle. They're all standing so close that each of their bodies are touching your bodies. You are sandwiched in that circle of angels as they are lifting you up, filling you with love and healing energy. All you have to do is accept and meet them halfway. So I hope that helps. Jolene, hey, aloha. Will your eldest son and his wife come to see his brother and you in the next month or two? Okay, so for Jolene, is it highly likely that her son and wife will be visiting in the next 2 months? Oh, no. Okay. Sooner? Is it possible they'll be visiting sooner? No. Okay. So is it highly likely that they will be visiting, let's say, in 2023? Yes. Okay. So it's going to take a little longer than 2 months. Right. So, all right. So we talking, let's say 5 months. 5 months? 5 months looks good. Is it possible it could be sooner? Probably not. So there's something going on that in that 5-month time range, it's looking possible. Now, remember what I just said to Alex about focusing on what you want, not what you don't want. You put out the energy and you ask your angels for help, bringing to you that which you desire. And it's quite possible that in that positive, uplifting energy, things can shift, the timeline can change, and it can happen sooner. But it won't happen sooner unless you are in that positive, receptive mode. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know. Hey, Daniel, great to see you. You're interested in how color and sound can be used for healing. Is researching that topic an optimal choice for you? And is it always one color that resonates, one sound, or does it vary? I have no idea, Daniel, we're going to ask. So for Daniel, what can you tell Daniel about how color and sound can be used for healing? It's the vibrations, Daniel. Colors have vibrations. They have an energetic vibration, which is different from another color. They're saying even the ones that are just slightly different, they still have a different vibration. So choosing the right vibration applied to a situation can indeed bring healing. So what you're saying is that there's some expertise to that, right? Yeah. Okay. So it's like there's some expertise that if you're studying that subject, you would learn about so that you would know which tones, which frequencies of color and sound to use for a specific application. Now, that being said, what you study in the books is only the beginning. After that, go inside, go to your solar plexus, feel your way through it, ask your angels to help you, because you don't want to just take somebody else's curriculum and implement it. There's more for you to learn. So first, learn the book part of it. That's great. But then allow it to expand, allow your abilities to expand and mature by tapping into your intuition so that you can get even deeper, which means you'll be able to help people faster and more effectively Yeah. If this is something that your heart really desires, then you want to do it at the highest level possible so that you can be more effective and effectuate healing ASAP, right? Because that's what we all want. So that is a possibility for you, absolutely. And one color resonating with one sound. So is it true that a color resonates with a particular sound or tone? No, no. That would be like playing a piano only using the white keys and not using the black keys. You want the majors and the minors. You want the variation. So the combinations are endless, like energy. And again, that's where your intuition is going to kick in and help you to make the very best combinations. I'm seeing you almost like recipe cards that you're creating, Daniel. And a lot of this is going to be experimentation, allowing your intuition to guide you on the combinations. But then from there, you're going to tweak it with your intuition and with the help of your angels. So yeah, lean into that, feel your way through it. It feels really good for you. Very exciting. So I'm looking forward to you sharing about that. Let us know how that's going. And thanks for bringing that great metaphysical question. I love it. Janice. Oops, sorry, just jumped. Hang on. What happened metaphysically in Lahaina? Why are deaths underreported? Please explain the deception metaphysically as to what happened before, during, and after the incident. Okay. So that's a deep one, Janice, and I'm happy to ask that for you. The first thing that I feel led to say to you is that be open to whatever message comes from truth, love, and light from your team, what they want to share with you. Might be something different than what you're thinking. So just be open to whatever that is. So for Janice, can you help her to understand what happened metaphysically in Lahaina? Can you give us the background on that? What was it all about? Was there something nefarious behind it? Because I think that's what she wants to know. It's kind of an in-between. So there's some hints of something being a little bit off, some deception there, but not 100%. It was more of a combination. So can you give us a little more on that? What does that mean? Was the fire deliberately set? No. Okay. It was not deliberately set, but there were forces there who took advantage of the natural disaster to further their own means. So there is a mixture going on there. You're right to feel that. So the level of devastation, was that helped along by human hands, or is that the natural evolution of what Gaia is going through? What can you tell us about that, the fire? It was facilitated, yeah. I mean, yeah, as they said a minute ago, it's the dark forces took advantage of what was already there to expand upon it, to make it worse than it would have been otherwise. Because it's feeling to me, yeah, what I'm seeing is a scene of that burning beach area that could have been shut down sooner had there not been some nefarious activities allowing it to expand. But the original fire was a natural event. Now, what was the other part of your question? The deaths. Okay. Why are the deaths being underreported? Is it true that they're being underreported? Yes. Okay. And is there a nefarious purpose behind underreporting the deaths? No. Okay. So everybody knows a lot of people perished. They just don't have the evidence yet. So it's more, it's about gathering the DNA and the data. Yeah. Because, in some ways, Janice, it resonates for me energetically like what happened on 911. It took them a very long time to gather up the death count because they had to sift through the charred remains. They had to sift through the ashes. They had to do a lot of DNA testing. That just takes time. So if your concern is about the souls who departed, try to let that go. Try not to fret too much about that, because the souls who left were ready to go. It was a horrible way to go, but it was fast, and they're in a better place now. So we don't need to worry about them. They're actually okay. It's about the cleanup and those left behind. So what I do feel energetically is there's this like a scum around a bathtub hanging around there of those opportunists who are looking to take advantage of a bad situation and those who have fewer resources. So that is definitely going on. And can you tell us, is there help for those people who are in that position, who are being victimized after already being victimized? Is there some help for them coming? Oh, that's a mixed bag too, Janice. So, yeah, some people are going to be ousted. But rather than getting all tied up in that negative energy, because remember, what we focus on expands. So we don't want to focus on all the negative stuff. We want to focus on the positive. A lot of people survived. They can rebuild. Gaia needed to do some of this cleansing for her rebirthing process. So this is a really big, convoluted situation. It's not a simple thing. Rather than focusing a lot on the negative side of it, we can focus on sending healing energy, love, and light to Gaia, to Lahaina itself, to the people, and all those, in the wider community. Because sending all of that love, light, and energy will help them to come back faster and stronger, perhaps, than they were before. Because that's what happens in one of those kinds of fires. It's a cleansing, making room for more, better. And that's what can happen if we keep the energy high and we don't let ourselves go into all those dark theories that can really pull us down a dark rabbit hole, which we don't need to go down, because that then interferes with, it was in your case, that interferes with your soul journey if you get caught up and pulled down into that dark hole. And it won't be just that one thing, it'll magnify and expand. So you want to, as much as possible, stay out of that energy, stay into the energy of being grateful for the healing, for the rebirth, for the new understanding, the new teachings, the new level of spirituality that will come from this disaster. It's grasping victory from the jaws of defeat. So I hope that helps, Janice. Catherine, hey, you started a dream journal. That's awesome. You don't remember everything, but you do get a lot of clarity. Awesome. So your guides gave you a birthday present, a Brad Pitt dream. Part 1. Very sweet. That is awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. So yeah, just keep going, because you're going to find more and more things come to you now that you have opened that door and you're asking for more information. So then it's just a matter of putting the pieces together, doing the research on the symbolism to get the deeper meaning, and ask them to help you understand it too, because you can do that. Let them know, hey, I see this is going on. This is really cool, but I don't quite understand it. So can you help me put the pieces together so that I can use it? Because that's the whole purpose. You need to get the information, the higher purpose, the bigger message, so that you can implement it in your life and use it purposefully. So congratulations. That's really awesome for you. Okay. And part 2, do your guides or Metatron have any guidance for you? You had the worst weekend, very reactive. I'm sorry. So you decided to move from what does not serve you, but you feel guilty about that. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, the angels say guilt is a waste of time. So let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You can go sing that song if you want. And remember, you're letting it go, because what does guilt do? It puts a damper on your bright light. It holds you back. It defeats you. So let it go. Focus on taking what you have and lifting it up. And in every situation, you, as the author of your life, the writer of the script, you get to script it the way you want it to be. So a little bit like I was talking with Alex earlier, you look around at what you're perceiving as being a negative, you find a way to flip it into a positive. Every cloud has a silver lining, every single one. It's just up to us to figure out what that is. And yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit of spin to get there, but it's worth it, because in that taking the effort and doing that spinning, you're shifting your gears into a more positive place. You're allowing more positive energy to come in, and then more positive things will flow in. So I hope that makes sense. Just keep going there, and as quickly as possible, swipe away the negative stuff. You don't want to stay in that energy, because that does not serve you. And that includes the guilt. So I hope that helps. Hey, Beth, welcome. Glad you could be here. Jolene says, aloha, thank you, and Metatron for the insights. You are so welcome. Glad you could be here. Richard, hi. Divine loving light to everyone. Thank you. Gratefully accepted. Sherry, hi. Glad you could be here. Elena, gangbusters. Awesome to see all you guys here. So for Elena, what does Spirit have to say about the energy around you for the rest of the year? So for Elena, the energy for her the rest of the year. What enlightenment can you share about that? Oh, it is sweet, baby, sweet. They want you to roll around in it. Okay, don't take offense at this, but they're giving me a visual of like a pig in mud. You know how pigs just love it? Oh, ecstasy for that pig to roll in the mud. Because what does it do? It coats their skin. It keeps the flies off. It's protective. And they're scratching their back and they're feeling good. So not the literal, of course, but the energetic feeling of that. Just roll around in that great energy. Let it just surround you. Let it sink into your pores. Let it lift you up. Really revel in that, and in the doing of that. More will come because you are now in this energy of saying more, more, more. This is wonderful. I love it. Bring it on, baby. And when you do that, they're going to bring more. But bigger than that, it's shifting your energy in the moments when you're doing that so that your frequency is rising. More doors are opening. I'm seeing windows popping open now too. It's like a banquet of opportunities, but you can't see them until you shift into that higher energy frequency. So this is a big opportunity for you right now and through the rest of the year. And then even on into the next year, it's going to keep lifting you up. And now I'm seeing the angels are picking you up. Your feet are no longer on the ground. They are just flying with you like Peter Pan flew with Wendy. So just enjoy the heck out of it. Flow with it. Try to be really present in the moment to notice when resistance comes in so you can swipe that away. You don't want to be in resistance. You just want to be flow, 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 much as possible. But yeah, it's really beautiful. Lots of green lights for you for the rest of the year. Let me just get a drink quick, you guys. Okay, Beth, what do your guides have to say about the negative things going on right now? Okay, so is that for you personally negative things? That's the negative things in the world at large. Okay, so I'm getting a yes that it's the world at large, Beth, but if it was for you personally, let me know down below so that I can ask again. But Beth would like to know about the negative things going on in the world. They're saying, yeah, you noticed, huh? There is a lot because remember, the dark forces are really feeling threatened. They're feeling the pressure coming in on them of all of these light workers who have been gathered together, sending love and healing energy all over the place. Our numbers are growing despite all of the things that they have been doing to suppress us. And that's making them a little bit nervous because they're feeling like they're losing their grip. So they are amping up the energy. And that's what we're all feeling right now. But the cool thing about that, we should celebrate because that means they can feel they're losing their grip. It's like they're only hanging on by their fingernails now. So we just amp up the energy even higher to sweep them away like in a cyclone, to pull them away, to get them out of our way so that we can shift to Earthtopia faster. So that's what's going on. But it's a fight they feel to the death. It's not really, but that's how they feel it. It's like they feel their survival is involved here. And I guess in a way it kind of is because it's their survival as being able to create the havoc that they've been creating, because they won't be able to once our numbers increase. We are going to stand together shoulder to shoulder, and it's going to be like this humongous circle around the world. So they can't even get through. They're blocked every which way. And they feel that. They're trying to squeeze through now to get in and create more havoc before their opportunity just evaporates. So that's what's going on. And for us, it is a cause for celebration because it means we're making progress. We're moving closer to our goal. but it's also a cause for being very present in the moment right now, staying on our toes, noticing sooner when things get out of whack, fixing them. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me know. Hey, Wendy, guidance on starting some type of work for a second income. You don't know what you're good at anymore. Okay, so for Wendy, sorry, it's a little warm in here. So for Wendy, she is needing a second income, but doesn't know where to look. So can you point her in any particular directions where she might find something? Something with phones, Wendy, is what I'm seeing. I don't know if you have Googled for at-home jobs doing phone work, but that's what they're showing me. It's like there's a lot of those kind of jobs. Now, some of them are going to be fly by night. Some of them are going to be cons. If they're asking you to pay them money, pass them by. They're not good. But there are actually some legit jobs out there where you can do things on the phone for people. Like I know somebody who works at home full time, taking phone calls in the middle of the night. She works that shift, helping do service calls, and it doesn't require a lot of tech know-how because they provide you with the Q&A that you do. There's manuals you look up and you just deliver the answers, and she's doing quite well and enjoying that. So that kind of thing is out there. There are other things out there. So anything else that you can point her towards for more income. And they're saying, well, do a little internal examination. What is it you enjoy doing? Because what you enjoy doing is a clue to what you might want to step into. Now, you might not find it an equal 1-to-1 kind of ratio of what you enjoy doing, but you might find something similar or on the fringes. So look there, because if you got to do some kind of an extra job, it would be nice if it were something that was fulfilling and that you enjoyed. So do that. Do a little internal work. See if you can come up with some ideas of things, even if you don't think there's a way to earn income doing them. Make that list anyway. And then bring the list back next time if you haven't already found a job before then. But bring the list back, because we can go through the list asking which is the most optimal choice or choices for you to explore. And if you're on my mailing list, you can come to the third Saturday Zoom call, and we can do it there as well. So for everybody who's here, if you want to come to the third Saturday Ask Your Guides live, that one is only for people who are on my mailing list, because I have to have your address to send you a Zoom link. And we will do it for people to connect in comments on YouTube as well. But if you want to come and get the one-to-one time with me on camera to really get your question answered, I need your email address to do that. So go to akashaunleashed.com and /VIP, akashaunleashed.com/VIP, or you can go to DebraLupien.com. Just make sure you spell Deborah with 2 B's. Either of those places you can sign up for that list, and then you can be invited to the third Saturday gathering. So Christine, you'd like a mini reading or guidance or advice. Okay. So for Christine B, what would you like to share with Christine? Oh, I feel this warm pool filling my solar plexus. So what is that about? It's feeling like energetically you're a little dehydrated and you're needing filled up. So know, Christine, that if that really is what you're feeling, you can use meditation to fill yourself up. On my YouTube channel, there is a vital force infusion guided meditation. Use that one because it fills you with vital force energy and till you're overflowing. So that would take care of the being dehydrated feeling I'm getting. So is that the solution to do that meditation? Is that the entire solution? There's more. Okay, so what else is there? It's allowing more of that energy to flow into you from all around, because it almost feels like for some reason there's energy out there that people are wanting to share with you, but you're blocking it. You're either, she's afraid to receive it? Is it about, no, it's not about fear. Is it about deserving? Okay. So people are wanting to give things to you and you're saying, no, thanks, I'm good, because you feel like others are more deserving than you. That's kind of what it's feeling like in my heart chakra now. And know that that is not true. If somebody's wanting to give you something and it's something that would be useful, that you would enjoy receiving, then do yourself a favor and say yes. Because a big part of this journey for the highly sensitive people is learning to receive. You give and you give and you give. You get out of balance with who you are, and that can cause that dehydrated thing. So it's learning to receive. Start saying yes more often. Allow it to come in and know that you deserve it as much as any other person. Plus, I want you to remember this. When you offer to give something to somebody from your heart, you want to give them something and they say no to you, you feel bad. They've just denied you the opportunity of feeling good about sharing something with them. And vice versa. When somebody wants to give something to you and you are like, oh no, thanks, give it to somebody more deserving, they feel bad. You didn't allow them to give you that gift. So if you can, shift your thoughts around to, oh, I'm doing them a favor. I'm giving them a gift when I accept their gift. Try that. See if that helps. But that's what it's feeling like. So let me know if that's really what it was, or if there's something else that you need from that. But that's what I'm getting right now. Hey, Joanne. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you love the background and the lovely compliment. I appreciate that. Richard, blessings. Oh, hang on, Richard. You just jumped. Where did you go? Gosh, I set it to the delay hoping that would help, but apparently it's not helping as much this time. Richard, do you have any messages for my angels or guides? Always. They always have something to say. You know, they're chatterboxes. So for Richard, what would you like to share with him this evening? Ooh, I'm hearing Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. Oh, Lord. Kumbaya. That feels energetically like they're summoning you, Richard. They're calling you to come forward and do something deeply spiritual that you've been thinking about doing, but maybe you've been holding back. Is that it? Is that what it is? Something he's been holding back on? There's something there for you to do that you're being called to do. Is it scary? Is that what it is? Not that it's scary. Does it feel overwhelming? Ah, okay. So you're maybe feeling like you're not up for the challenge, and they're saying, oh no, sweetie, we would not have called you if you were not up for this challenge. You are the one. And remember, Richard, we are all unique souls. What you bring to the table, nobody else brings. So if your angels are calling you for this specific purpose, only you can do it. Now, you don't have to, because you have free choice. But boy, does it feel good. So think about it, reflect on it, and see if maybe, just take baby steps, a little bit at a time, step forward, and hold your hands out. Let them guide you and lead you into it. No need to be afraid. They would not have called you if you were not up for the challenge. And wow, the energy that I feel gathering in my solar plexus is like, you are going to so love this once you surrender and say, yes, I accept. So that's goosebump time, Richard. I hope it makes sense to you. Please let me know. I can't wait to hear more about it. Julie, hey, any messages from your angels or guides? You are welcome. Okay, so for Julie, what would you like to share with Julie tonight? Warmth. It's about warmth. Yeah, warmth. It's already warm, but it's something internal warmth. Is it because there's coldness internal? This is really weird, Julie. I don't totally get it yet. Maybe we'll untangle it and get more. So it's feeling like inside there's a coldness, an uncertainty, a crying out for help. And they're just wanting you to know that all you have to do is reach out your arms and they will be there in a second to embrace you, to fill you with certainty, confidence, and that warmth that will flood you internally. It's love, it's light, it's healing energy will just flood your whole being until it's coming out of your pores. And that's available for you when you have that feeling, that off kind of cold uncertainty. Don't hold yourself back. Don't ever think that they're too busy, because that's not true. You know, your Legion team in the records has nothing else to do but serve you. That's true for everybody. So they're always saying, hey, give us more to do. You know, they get bored if we don't give them more to do. This is a big something more you can give them to do. So when you feel that trepidation, the lip trembling, the uncertainty, maybe some fear, call them in. Let them embrace you. Let them lift you up. Let them cheer you up. They will sing lullabies to you to soothe you. They will hold you in their arms. They will fill you with love. And from there, when you shift your energy into receiving what they're offering, you will energetically shift so that you will feel what they're offering, and you will start to get insights into what your next step is. So don't hesitate to ask for more, because they are there to give it to you. So I hope that helps. Beth, thank you. I'm glad you like the background. Yeah, maybe a little bit premature, but gosh, we have trees that are already turning here. So it feels like we're rushing headlong into autumn. C'est la vie, hi. Is the house you're going to see this Thursday the one? They accepted your offer. Any obstacles in the inspection? Your husband and you feel it's a miracle blessing from God. Oh, that's so beautiful. So for C'est la vie, the house that they're seeing on Thursday, is this the optimal choice for their new home? Yes. Trust those feelings. They are real. Oh, that is so beautiful. Yeah, I'm feeling that energy flooding me, that you have come to this place, C'est la vie, where you're able to see and distinguish that, to hear and feel that energy. That's huge. Do you know how many people long and beg for that every day? And you're there. So that is beautiful. And for everybody who's listening, know that you can get there too. It's just a process, one baby step at a time, allowing your team to help you. And then being in a state of gratitude when they do, asking for more, and keep going, rinse and repeat until it expands. So for C'est la vie, the inspection on this house, are there any wrinkles that are going to pop up in this inspection? Any unpleasant wrinkles, I should say? No, I'm feeling like there might be some little minor things, C'est la vie, but that's pretty normal. Nothing that would be a deal breaker. So that's the important thing to know. That's all a go. And well, yeah, it is kind of a miracle, but here's the thing, give yourself credit, because you have been working on this spiritual journey for a while. You have stepped into that place of authority in your life to see and to follow the guidance so that you made the best choice. And now look what happens. Now you get to witness the miracle. It is so wonderful. And every day can be like that when you follow and you take the action when angels put opportunities in your path. So, oh gosh, I hope that inspires everybody who listens, because it's so beautiful when it happens. Feels wonderful. Now, that doesn't mean that everything is going to be perfect in your life from now on because you've had this breakthrough. No, because we're human. We still have foibles and fall down and things like that. That's part of the challenge because we're learning. But this is a huge leap forward for you. Write it down, though. Write it down to remember what you just went through so that you can repeat it again in the future. Because what happens is then you hit another challenge and sometimes you feel discouraged and you forget what a powerful manifester you are. So you need those stories to remind you. It's always good for everybody when you have those breakthroughs to write them down so that when you do have that moment, you're kind of bobbling a little bit, you can revisit the success stories, and that will just lift you right up, shift you into that positive energy so that you can see the next beautiful opportunity your angels are putting out there for you. So I hope that makes sense and helps. Hey, Sherry, you're open to receive whatever guidance your team has at this time. Okay. So looks like we got 33 people here now. Awesome. Okay. And 20 likes, you guys. So, hey, if you could give me some more thumbs up, that would really help. You know how these algorithms work. And I know you're tired of hearing about it, but we got to ask because otherwise you might forget. So we really appreciate all the thumbs up. So for Sherry, what do you want to share with Sherry tonight? What special, wonderful, love-filled, juicy gem do you have for sharing? I'm hearing light as a feather. I don't know, when you were a kid, did you ever play that game at a party where you do light as a feather and you have this one person who closes their eyes and they lie down and everybody else surrounds them and you use your fingertips, you're chanting light as a feather and you're lifting them with no effort. They're levitating practically. You ever do that? That's what I'm hearing. So let's see what that's about. So why light as a feather? Oh, okay. Because you're efforting too much, Sherry. There are things that you are trying to accomplish, to have come through, projects, aspirations, but there's too much energy being put into trying to shove it through, force it through, efforting it through. What they want you to know is that when it's important like that, you want to be in flow. So if you're having to force or push or it's really hard, that's a clue for you to take a step back, re-examine the situation, zoom out, get the big picture. Where can you lighten up and allow it to flow? Where can you get the angels involved so that they can help you allow it to flow? Because when you go into really working hard at something, you are in resistance. And when you're in resistance, it's like you're pushing it away. No matter how much the angels are efforting to help you, you're pushing it away. So now you're in this tug of war, pushing back. You don't want to be there. You want to take some deep breaths. You want to relax, get into that flow energy. And some meditation would be good too, because in the meditation, you can get these new insights that can help you know what is the shift that you can make so that it won't be hard work, so that it will be in the flow. So keep looking all the time for where you can flow rather than effort. It's a huge lesson, but once you get it, oh, it's going to change your life. So that's the big thing they want you to get right now. So play with that and come back and let us know how it goes. Hey, Laura. Did you see that I just put up the video of your love message from, I don't know, a couple months ago? It was so beautiful, and it just came up in the rotation to be shared. So that one just came up, and yeah, it's just so beautiful. Remember, you had said to me, I can't wait for you to go back and listen to that message because it was so beautiful. It is. It's just marvelous. And I can't wait to hear from you how that is all shifting for you now. So how can you strengthen your relationship with your higher self? Well, you're doing a pretty good job already, but there's always room for improvement. So for Laura, shifting for a higher connection with higher self. Well, don't limit yourself with just higher self. That's good, but you want to connect with soul. You want to connect with your angels. So don't stop there. So that's one thing. It's almost like somewhere in your consciousness, you feel like that is the epitome of connection, higher self. And oh gosh, well, it's a good place to start, but it's just a start. You want to go further. So it's more about connecting with soul and angels, guides, your whole team, because they're all out there helping you. So don't limit it. So what else can you tell her about strengthening that relationship? Just do it more often. What they want you to know, Laura, is they're there whispering in your ear all the time. So it's really a matter of you building into your routine 3 times a day. Schedule it, set an alarm 3 times a day. Stop for 2 to 5 minutes and just say, hey, team, I'm here. What do you want to share with me? And then let them come in and give you a big hug, dance around, sing, lift you up, and share whatever little nugget they have to share with you. If you do that on a regular basis for some period of time, you're going to get that conversation so fluid that anytime during your day, when you have a question or a need, you'll just stop and you'll say, hey, I'm here. What do you want to tell me now? And they'll just be there. It'll be that fluid. That is there for you. So you want to have that dialogue going on very fluidly whenever you feel the need. So more is better. Just let it flow. And some days you might be out of sorts and it won't be as fluid, but don't get down on yourself about that. Everybody has that. Just know that you are continuing to build that muscle so that it's just there for you anytime you want it. And yeah, sometimes it's going to be like the spigot is turned down really low, it's just a trickle, and other times it's going to pour. But that's just an energetic thing that shifts all the time. So it's more about you being conscious of your energy, where you are, and how open you are to receiving at any point in time. I hope that makes sense, because that was a little convoluted, but let me know. Okay. You're so welcome, Joanne. A couple life events have occurred, leaving you feeling confused and torn about your direction. Will things get better sooner rather than later? Anything in particular to do? Okay, so for Joanne, is it highly likely that this moment of confusion will pass quickly? Yeah. Quickly as in a matter of days? If you let it, they're saying, if you let it, Joanne, don't worry it. Don't worry it. Look for the positive things. Keep stacking up those. I'm seeing you like a child sitting on the floor with those blocks, those square blocks that had letters on them. You're stacking them and you are putting them into a formation that spells out something that's important to you. So it's your creation. You're making it. Just keep moving forward on it. The only block is when a breeze momentarily comes in and knocks the blocks down. And then you're like, oh, darn it. I was making progress and now I have this setback. No big deal. Just pick the blocks up and stack them again. Sometimes we have those little setbacks and we take them too much to heart. And then we beat up on ourselves and think, oh, where did I go wrong? Maybe you didn't go wrong. Maybe some outside force was involved. And so what if you did go wrong? Again, not a big deal. You just look at it and you say, oh, guess I'll stack them again. And guess what? Now you're stacking them the second time. So they're going to be even better than they were the first time. It's an opportunity. So anytime there is a setback or confusion, if you look at that and you say, oh, wow, this is an opportunity. Now I get to do it better. And what more is going to spring forth from this that might not have come the first time around? So look at it in that way if you can, as much as possible. You will feel better. Your energy will shift. You'll get more insights faster. And you will just build these amazing complexes with your blocks that you will be happy and proud of that accomplishment. So it's block by block, you're building that foundation. And that's so important for you because you have shifted your whole life into a whole new career. And that takes time. It takes learning a new way of being. And there are challenges along the way. So you're doing great. Try to be kind and loving to yourself, knowing that you really are doing great and your angels are there to help you fill in the gaps wherever they need to be filled. So what else did you ask? Okay, anything in particular that she should do beyond what we just talked about? Oh, that covers it. It's all attitude, Joanne. It's your attitude. Do I get down in the dumps and feel like a failure? Or do I say, oh, goody, opportunity has arrived? And when you do that, your energy shifts into this most beautiful space where you just flow. So that can be the case for you every single time. As soon as you remember, shift those gears, get into that positive, excited energy, and you will not believe what happens. It will be like you've got jet fuel and you're just really zooming forward into that bright future. And that is waiting for you. So I hope that helps. Hi, Felicity. Glad you could be here. You have an ex that has a pattern of showing up and causing havoc in your life whenever you're in a new relationship. Okay. Is there past life karma that needs clearing? What can you do to cut the ties? So for Felicity, is there a past life connection with her ex? Yes, there is. Okay. And can you give us a clue what that's about? Were they in a romantic relationship in the past? Yes. Oh, and I'm hearing more than one. So how many times have they had lifetimes together? 6? Seriously, 6. Okay. Oh, and I'm feeling like this real dominant energy, like abusive kind of dominant. I'm sorry to say that, but that's what I'm feeling. Controlling, real controlling, like heavy thumb on you. So were they married? Were they spouses? In 6 lifetimes? No, not all of them. Okay. So there was a parent-child relationship in there too? Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of been a mixture of relationships, Felicity, but it's really deep. So, okay, this is a repeating pattern for them. So what can she do to finally release it once and for all? I'm seeing you stamping your foot and setting your intention that, damn it, I am done with this crap. And you can do a clearing. You probably have the tools already from the things that we've worked on, but if you don't, send me an email. I will write you a special clearing for that if you need help. But I'm encouraging you to try and do it yourself because it's part of your spiritual growth. That could be really good for you. But don't hesitate to reach out if you need help with it. So doing that clearing, she wants to do the 21-day clear. Yeah, 21 days, really do it. And after she does that, will he stop? He will stop, but there's another piece to it, Felicity. It's you. It's a boundary. It's an energetic boundary for you that he keeps crossing. So I'm seeing you building not a moat, but something along those lines, like, rocks or bricks, some really substantial boundary around you. And of course, this is all energetic. You're going to visualize it. So you visualize building that boundary around you, but it only applies to him. It doesn't apply to other people. It's a keep out, whatever his name is. And bam, you've put it there and the angels are going to reinforce it. And, oh, this is really cool. They are showing me that you call in a couple of special assignment angels to stand guard on either side of that boundary. They won't let him through. So that will be taken care of. He'll still have his own stuff and he will be trying, but you will have blocked it energetically. So as long as you don't relent and let him back in, he will be energetically blocked. So let me know how that goes. Randy, hi. You want to ask your angels and guides if your dog Dexter will recover from a dog attack yesterday. Oh, I'm so sorry. Poor baby. So let's all send love and healing energy to Dexter. He can come back from this fast. So for Randy and Dexter, is it highly likely that Dexter will have a complete and fast recovery from this attack? Yes. So can you give us a timeline? Is that possible for you to do right now? Yes. Okay. So will it be less than a week? No, more than a week. So 2 weeks? About 2 weeks? Less than 2 weeks? So about 2 weeks. Give him the time, give him the extra cuddles and special treats and nurture him. And he's going to just soak that up and love it. But yeah, he's going to make a good recovery. So love and light to Dexter and to you. Janice, you are so welcome. I'm so glad that it helped. Holly, hey, you are so welcome. Doreen, hi. What a lovely surprise to see you. I'm so glad you could make it. Jolene, you were raised in Hawaii on Oahu. The Hawaiian people are very resilient and they'll help each other. You're asking for the most benevolent outcome. Thank you. That's so beautiful. Yes. And if you listen to the message from Wayne Dyer, he talked about that, the strength of the people and how they're going to come back from this better than ever. If you haven't heard that message, oh, please go listen to it. It was so beautiful. And Wayne is working with some other people on the other side to facilitate Gaia's rebirthing experience. He's also doing other things, but he's involved in that project too. So there's so much support coming to us from the other side that, we're not always conscious of, but it is there. Hi, Rob. Glad you could be here. That's funny, Doreen, the upside down. Now, I don't know if you're telling me life is upside down or you're just being silly, but yeah, hopefully you'll clue me in down below. Oops, sorry, you guys, it just jumped again. Hang on. Well, I'm actually very gratified that it hasn't jumped more. So it's actually only a couple of times it's jumped so far, and that's great. Jolene, the greedy people cannot abuse the people of Maui. Yeah, they are powerhouse spiritually. So there's probably not much we could teach them because they've been doing this for so long. They have such deep wisdom. Oh, Beth, it was for both. Okay. So is there more that you need me to ask about? Well, let's just see. So is there more for Beth that you want to share about the confusing times that are going on right now? Yes. Okay. So what do you want to share with Beth? For her personally? I'm hearing anchors away. Okay. What is that about? Is that literally about a boat? Go take a boat ride? They want you to go take a boat ride and just throw all the cares away. Don't worry about it. Get into that happy, flowing, free energy, the wind in your hair, and just the exuberance, the exhilaration of that experience. That's what they want you to do. So that's shifting your energy so more opportunities can come to you. And is it a local boat ride for her? No, not local. Oh, are you saying like a cruise? Okay, I don't know if you've been thinking about a cruise, but they're saying, level up, not just a local thing, some kind of a cruise. So you're saying it would be an optimal choice for her and her husband to go on a cruise? Yes. So if there's one you've been thinking about, Beth, seriously consider. There's something there for you. Oh, you could make some really great connections on that cruise for your Kiss Marks business. Yeah. That is really cool. So let me know if that makes sense. And I can't wait to hear about the cruise. It's exciting. So Jolene, do your guides have a message for you for the rest of the year? Okay, so for Jolene, for the rest of the year, what can you share with her about life for the rest of the year? This is kind of weird, Jolene, but they're saying go with God. Is that about her spiritual journey? Yeah, okay. I don't usually say things like that because not everybody is open to the word God, but you must be or they wouldn't have said it. So it's about her leaning into the spiritual journey. Yes. There's more opportunity for you that you have not yet delved into, Jolene, and it will be very soul satisfying when you do. And now I'm seeing you out in nature and like the little bluebird is singing to you. So it's getting out, it's connecting with nature, with Gaia and spirit. So are you saying that there's some contribution that Jolene can or wants to make with Gaia's healing? Yeah, okay. So hopefully you know what that's all about, Jolene. Let us know. But that's really exciting. Oh, Elena, you like the pig in the mud visual. I'm so glad because that was a weird one, you got to admit. But yeah, just get out there and baste yourself in that wonderful new energy that you're creating and receiving. Don't forget the receiving. Hey, Melinda, you're looking into intermittent fasting as a pathway back to health. Is that an optimal choice? So for Melinda, would intermittent fasting be an optimal choice? Sure. Yeah, as long as it feels good, doesn't stress you out too much because you don't want to, get into the stress cortisol hormones that would block you. But yeah, absolutely. So would intermittent fasting facilitate a return to optimal health for her? It can absolutely. So yeah, a good place to start. You might need to do more than just that, but yeah, a great place to start. Rob D, what 1 to 2 past lives do I get for you? Well, generally, I don't just do curiosity past lives, Rob, because it's not about just being curious and, oh, who was I and what did I do in a past life? It's about things that happened in past lives that are negatively impacting you in the present. So I'll ask about that and we'll see what they offer. So for Rob D, is there something from a past life that is negatively impacting him in the present that you can share with him now? Okay, yes. And is it relationship centered? No. Okay. Is it vocation? It's about a vocation. Okay. Has he done the same vocation that he's doing in this life, in other lives? No, different. Okay. Oh, so now that's confusing. All right. So you got to give me more clues. What is this about? What can you share with him from past lives? Too serious, Rob. They're saying you were more lighthearted, and I'm seeing you like performing as a clown, performing, like in those medieval shows where the troupe goes from town to town and they entertain the people. You've had this past as an entertainer. And so you're saying that spark is missing from his present life? Yeah. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you, Rob. Let me know. Is there anything else? No, that's enough for now. They want you to think about that, how it might impact you in the present life. How can you bring that energy of the soul satisfying work of being an entertainer? How can you bring that into your spiritual journey in this lifetime? Let it flow in whatever way you feel led, and get the angels to help you with it. They will. But just be open to them bringing insights and opportunities across your path now that you know this. Be very present in the moment. If you notice something, take fast action and see where that takes you, because there's some like really juicy stuff coming up for you once you open these doors. So the doors have been closed for some reason, but now is the time to open them and explore a little bit. So let me know if that makes sense. Hey, Sister of Six, great to see you. You are so welcome. Guidance on using pendulums. So it's with pendulums, it's building confidence, sister. When you start, you're going to get a lot of wrong answers. And that's normal, happens to everybody. So the trick is when you do your practice dowsing, douse about things that you're going to be able to get the answers to pretty quickly. So validate for yourself whether you were right or wrong. Now, a fast way to do this is to get a couple of dowsing buddies. Douse together, ask questions for one another, and then you'll get instant reaction or feedback about whether or not you were right. You will find when you relax and you are not emotionally invested in the outcome, you will get right answers more often than you get wrong. Don't stare at your pendulum, because that is shooting energy into it that can cause it to give you wrong answers. I know it sounds really crazy, but it's true. And you don't want to put your elbow down when you're dowsing. You want your elbow up, because what's happening is that energy is coming from divine through your crown chakra, down your body, down your arm, and it's controlling the pendulum. So when I hold this pendulum, I'm holding it very, very lightly. I'm not moving it at all. I'm holding my hand still. Now, it looks to you sometimes like I'm moving my hand. That's the energy. I'm not doing that. I'm just holding it steady and letting it do its thing and talk to me. You will build a relationship with your pendulum after a while, but you can pick up anything and use it as a pendulum. So you're not tied to just one. Don't think that. But it's like you build this relationship of trust and confidence that the pendulum is going to serve you. And if you haven't already, you can program it. You can show it what you want yes, no, and maybe to be, or you could ask it. You could ask the pendulum, show me yes. That's my yes. Show me no. I didn't move my hand. It just suddenly shifted. And now show me maybe or confusion. That's maybe or confusion, swirling. So that's what it is for me. Now yours could be totally different. So it's a very individual thing. Allow your own connection with your pendulum to come out and build it. But just know it takes time and practice. So lots and lots of practice. Try not to ask questions about things that you are emotionally invested in, because they will almost always give you wrong answers then. But so that's off the top of my head. Anything else you want to share with Sister of Six about pendulums? They come in many shapes and forms. You pick something that resonates with you. Yeah. Yeah. So they're saying that's enough for now. But if you have specific questions, you can bring them back. Wendy, you are so welcome, and you'll get on the mailing list. Awesome. So I look forward to seeing you on the third Saturday. That's 11 a.m. Eastern time, third Saturday. That's when we meet. And I love seeing you on Zoom because then we get to do that face-to-face. And now we can actually do the feedback, and I can get the answers to your questions, which means I'm able to help you at a deeper level because it's not just guesswork. We can really zoom in on what's going on and get answers. 423, you're here for the Monday Metaphysical. I'm so glad. Welcome. Lovely to have you. Felicity, you're in the process of getting a house with your partner. Exciting. Congratulations. Starting a new life together. So much dissonance is coming at you from all angles. Oh, what message? Well, the thing about dissonance, whenever you are flowing and up-leveling, dissonance happens because here's a visual, maybe it'll help you. So you got your ego, you got your higher self, and you got your soul, right? When soul starts ascending, reaching for higher levels of frequency, ego is putting on the brakes, dragging the feet in the sand, pulling you back. So if you can imagine there's a rubber band connecting these two. Soul is going out here, ego is going back here, and that rubber band is getting stretched like crazy. So when you notice there's dissonance, that's actually time to celebrate because there's dissonance because you're up leveling. So that's the cool part. Just know that when you notice dissonance, take inspired action faster because that will get you out of dissonance faster. So at some point, that rubber band is going to hit the max point, and then ego is going to go zoom and slam it into soul, and they're finally going to get back on the same page again. And that process repeats every time you do a significant up level. So just know it's normal. Celebrate it. Don't let it stop you. Because the whole thing is that's ego trying to hold you back and keep you safe. So you're saying, oh my gosh, here we are. We're starting this new life. We're getting this house. But here I am finally getting into this new relationship that I've wanted for so long. It's going so well. And now look, all of these things are happening. It's like the wires are springing out, right? Like in the cartoons, boing, and it's uncomfortable and I must be doing something wrong. But no, you're doing something right. That's the headspace you need to get into so that you understand. It just means you're ahead of your ego. Keep going. Ego will catch up. Don't worry about it. Celebrate. That energy will carry you through. So anytime dissonance shows its ugly face, celebrate and keep moving because that means you are this close to that big breakthrough. So I hope that helps. Beyond Nina, hi. May you have assistance with manifesting marriage with your boyfriend. You feel there are limiting beliefs around love and marriage, but you don't remember much of your childhood to redirect limiting beliefs. Okay. Well, that's a sticky wicket. Let's see what we can do with that. So for Beyond Nina, what can you share with her about marriage with her boyfriend? Is he an optimal choice for a long-term relationship? Yes, he is. So let's get that part out of the way first. He is an optimal choice. Okay, so what can you help her with in regard to these limiting beliefs? They're deep, Nina. They're very deep. They're scary, and they tap into that scared little girl inside of you. So what they're showing me, you can do this in meditation. And grab one off of my channel, go to akashaunleashed.com, meditations, grab one there, or get the little book of meditations, which is on Amazon. That would be awesome because it's got meditations for everything. There's 18 different downloaded divine meditations. What you want is a meditation where you go into your records. You want to be connected to your records so that you know what you're receiving is love, truth, and light. That gives you the confidence, first of all. So you're there. Call your angels. They're going to help you bring forth that wounded little girl. And you're going to be there with that wounded little girl. All of you are going to fill her with love, with confidence. You're going to soothe her. You're going to help her to understand that what was once is no longer. She's not that same person anymore, that she deserves this new love, this new life, and you are going to help her with it. So just flood her with love until she feels confident enough to stand up and start smiling and then start dancing with you. The two of you dancing. I'm seeing all this as I'm telling you. So the two of you dancing together, the angels are clapping their hands, celebrating with you. And then when you come back to your body, you're embracing that part of you. You're allowing her to merge with you, to get that deeper understanding that she's stronger than that she's better than that, and she's ready to receive love. Now, that is not necessarily an instant everything magical fix. It's a start. Keep repeating the process. There are layers of limiting beliefs, but keep peeling the layers away one at a time. And with each layer that you flush away, you're going to feel that much more confident. Just keep going. Don't give up on yourself. You deserve love. Your angels are surrounding you, holding you tightly, filling you with this golden healing light so that you might see and feel it. And now I feel it filling your heart chakra until you're just expanding out. All these golden sparkles are coming off of your body. It's so beautiful. You are stepping into the soul version of Nina, embracing her, allowing her to step forward, to leave the fear behind, and to be the Nina she came to be. So try that. Let me know how it goes. But you deserve it. It's time and you're ready. Rob, 1 or 2 challenges from your records that you should know about or need to address. Okay, I don't know if that's different from the past lives you asked about, but let's just see. For Rob, are there 1 or 2 challenges that you want to share with him? You worry too much, buddy. Relax and go with the flow. Stop holding yourself back. Stop questioning, doubting, second guessing. More being in the flow, more sharing that big heart with the world. Let that love flow from you. You will feel so wonderful when you do that, that it will inspire you to get out there and take more action, like that entertaining that you're going to be doing, right? So it's really leaning into the love, the joy. Take your angel's hands. Go out there and just run through the tall grass. Soak up the sunshine. Allow yourself to feel all of the goodness the world has to offer flowing into you, re-energizing you, lifting you up, inspiring you to do more. So that's your challenge. Something is holding you back, not letting you really lean into your soul self. And so ego has a lot to do with that, right? You might want to get that meditation that is the Pow Wow with ego, higher self, and soul. And I've talked about it on multiple videos, so you'll find the link in the pinned comments on a number of the videos where you can grab it, because I can't get it for you right now. But do that, because what it does is brings you into oneness with ego, higher self, and soul. So there's less battling going on, more cooperation, working together for the higher good. That would serve you well. So let me know. Oh, thank you, Doreen. That is so kind of you. I appreciate all the stars. Thank you. Tammy, angel message. It's 93 degrees in northern Minnesota. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys have had some kind of a season, haven't you? So for Tammy, what do her angels want to share with her? They're saying ice is a wonderful thing, baby. Lots of ice water. Stay hydrated. It's really important right now. And know that it will pass. It's not going to go on much longer. So are you saying that the super high temps are going to pass in the month of September? Will it take the entire month? Yeah. So by October, it will cool off? Okay. So you have a lot of lakes up there, don't you? Maybe it's time to go take some more dips. Give yourself grace, Tammy, because you've got to really lean into the self-care when things like that are going on. And maybe what you need to do is get together with some friends and, rent a beach house or, something where you can get away from the heat. You need to escape from the heat because the energy is so impressive. And you need little breaks from that to keep going. Because life goes on despite the heat, right? You've got to find a way to make that happen. Okay, so that all seems really, really kind of, I don't know, pedestrian advice. What else can you share with her? Got to have something special for Tammy. What do you got? Oh, so Find some meditation and go, or some, gosh, sorry, my words are getting twisted, getting tired. Find some air conditioning and go meditate. Meditate in the air conditioning so you can stay there, you can soak it up. Allow yourself, oh, this is really cool. So use a guided meditation, or if you can do this yourself, do it yourself, Tammy, but you're going to go into your records. You are going to go someplace that has the perfect climate. Your soul is really doing that. It's real when you're doing that. It's just your body is staying behind, but your soul is experiencing it, and it will be like bathing your body and soul in this really lovely vacation. So you can do that in a 15 or 20-minute meditation. Give yourself that gift. You will come back feeling so refreshed. So you go swim, sit in the air conditioning, go out on the balmy beaches, whatever that is that for you that feels really good and refreshing. Go do that. Give yourself that gift. We discount, I think, the power of being able to go into meditation and have these experiences because, oh my gosh, whatever is really screwed up and wrong in your life, you can go into that meditative state. You can get help from the angels. You can create this journey for yourself that resolves the issue. There's a lot of power there. So don't discount what that can do for you. So a little more meditation to get you through the hot month, and know that it'll be cooling down come October. Sorry, it's not sooner, but that's just the way it goes. Let's ask one more question about that. So for Tammy, is it highly likely that there will be days in September that will cool off, so she'll get a little bit of a break? Yeah, there will be some, but that heat is still feeling pretty oppressive. So yeah, remove yourself from it as much as you can on those little journeys. So I wish I had more for you, Tammy, but oh, okay, there's more. This is cool. Okay, I don't know if you ever talked to Mother Nature, Gaia. Talk, ask. Doesn't hurt to ask. It's like, hey, Mom, I am baking here. Can you bring me a cool breeze? Can you lower the temps just a little bit, maybe for a half an hour? Give me a break. It doesn't hurt to ask. If she can accommodate you, she will. Get in the habit of knowing, believing, and then acting on the fact that you actually do have that power, that you can affect the elements. You can ask. As long as it's not a negative impact on others, and it can be accommodated, it will. Like today, I was out hiking and it was 82 here. So for us, that was pretty steamy. And all of a sudden, this beautiful breeze came through and it was, just bathed in it. And it made such a huge difference. And you can ask for that to happen again. So all those things are available to you. You are in a time now, Tammy, where you are expanding your understanding of who you are and what powers you have. So use it, lean into it. That will serve you really well going forward. And it will help you be cooler. Hey, Mike, glad you're here. You've shifted perspective and you've added content, feedback on the new work. I will have some for you soon. I just haven't had a chance to look yet, but yeah, I'm excited to read about it. So anything you can share with Mike about the new work? Is this more aligned with his desires? Yes. Oh, big sigh on that, Mike. It's like, yes. Right direction. So any guidance you want to give him about that? Don't give up. Keep going. I'm seeing you. I don't know if you ever skied, but I'm seeing you with cross-country skis and poles, and you are just making your way through step at a time with a smile on your face, not giving up. Even when that big old wind is blowing in your face, you have a mission. You are doing it. Nothing is going to stop you. And it's so beautiful. So yeah, that's big encouragement to keep going. 423, you saw light as a feather in the movie The Craft. Is that a real thing? Yeah, we did it when I was a kid, and it really works. It's freaky, but it's energy and intention. Think about it. So you've got a group of people there. All of them are shifting their energy to that person and visualizing lifting them up so that when they put just the little finger under and lift, that person rises up. It really does seem freaky, but it's all energy. It makes sense when you think about it from that perspective of energy and how powerful it is, what it can do. So imagine what you could really do if you were trying. That's just a silly game. There's so much more out there. So if that kind of thing intrigues you, I encourage you to get out there and explore what you can do with energy. You can do marvelous things, and it's all there. Your angels will help you. Ask them to inspire you with ideas, and then get out there and play with it. Who knows? You might come up with some new amazing invention. 423. Is there any general guidance from your guides for September and the rest of the year? So for 423, anything you want to share, guidance about the rest of the year and the coming month? I heard some kind of a song, but it flashed too quickly for me to grasp what it was. So you want to bring it back, or you want to give me something else? What do you got for 423? Okay, so I'm hearing that Justin Bieber song, Baby, 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 which I don't even know the tune of because I'm not a fan, but it has come up before for somebody. So what is that about? What do you want 423 to know about that? It's being kinder to yourself, knowing that you are deserving of love. And there is so much love out there for you if you will only allow it to come in. It's feeling like you've closed the door on your heart, 423, and you're blocking the love from coming in. So take a chance on you. Walk up to that door and turn the knob, open the door, and watch what comes in. Now I'm hearing the Beatles singing, Let It In. Yeah, open the door and let it in. 423, it's all out there waiting for you, and you deserve it. Your angels want to bring that to you. So more love for you. That's what it's about. Linda, hi. In the last 2 months, you had minor mishaps, shoulder stiffness on the right side. Is this balance, slowing down 3D, or metaphysical? I'm not sure I quite understand that, but let's ask. So for Linda, these mishaps and the right side stiffness, what is that about? Is it a physical issue that needs 3D attention, 4D attention? No. So it is metaphysical. And is it about slowing her down? Is that what it is? Yeah. I'm seeing you, Linda. You are walking through a jungle. And you know, in the movies, those stories where people would be walking along and then they would step into some quicksand, and then there they are up to their neck in quicksand. So there you are, you're walking, and you're walking very gingerly because you are petrified that you're going to step in quicksand. And your angels are saying, no, baby, you're not, because we're right here and your feet aren't even touching the ground. That's an illusion. That's a limiting belief. Let us carry you through and get you out of this snake pit quicksand scene faster. Don't stay there. So there's a fear. So can you give us more guidance on that? What's that about? It's fear of making a mistake, to stepping in the wrong spot and sinking. And it's almost crippling fear is what I'm feeling, Linda. So it's showing up in that physical manifestation to get your attention so that you'll do something about it and lift that impressive energy, because it's like smashing you down to the ground. It's very heavy. So know that it's time to throw that off, get your angels in there, and just glide across the ground with them. Nothing to be afraid of. They've got you every step of the way. You are not going to fall. So as much as possible, each day, take a few new steps that you didn't take the day before. Even one would be good. And that will build your confidence so that each day you can go a little further. Just keep pushing ahead, keep calling your angels. You know, when I go out on the hiking trail and some kind of little hair on the back of my neck stands up and I feel like, oh, today's a day where I might need some protection, I call in those burly angels and they come every time. I got one on either side of me, silly looking cartoon characters like the Hulk. And they make these crazy faces, and, you know, they're right there with me the whole walk, and everything is fine. They will do that for you. So just summon in burly angels if you want. And, you know, yours might look different than mine, but that's perfectly fine. They will come, they will be with you, they will hold you up, they will support you through that scary part of the journey till you reach that solid ground again where you can heave a big sigh of relief, relax a little bit, take a little breather before you go into the next stage. But yeah, there's a whole new journey out there for you. You are ready. It's time. It's just getting over that fear bump. So let me know if that helps. So are you saying if she does that, her shoulder will start to feel better? Yeah, definite connection. It's like they're pulling a string. It's like the Chatty Cathy doll. When I was a kid, we had Chatty Cathy, who you pull the string on her neck and she talked. For some reason, I got that visual. Is that meaningful to Linda? Is that why that came? They're saying you're going to know what that's about. Oh, it's like your string has been being pulled for far too many years, Linda. Nobody's pulling that string anymore but you. You are in charge of your string. You are the authority in your life, the sovereign soul. So that's deep. That's big. Take a little while to process that. Remember baby steps. Don't rush. You will be golden. And then come back and tell us how it's going next month. Richard, you're wondering if there is or will be a presidential candidate more divinely enlightened. How can we recognize him or her to give our help in achieving the White House? For Richard, is there a presidential candidate coming forward for 2024? I presume you mean that feels more divinely enlightened. Yes. So is it somebody we already know? It's a new person. A new person is coming forth. And this is somebody who will compete in 2024? Okay. Well, this is news to me because I don't believe that. And yet that's what they're telling me, Richard. So we got to go with it. So, okay, tell us a little more about this. How will we recognize that this person is more divinely aligned? How will we know? Will we know? Is there a way that we can know? Okay, there is a way. So good. We got that part out of the way. Now, what is the way? How can we know? You will feel it, Richard. It's really, this is an opportunity for all of us to really think about what our spiritual journey means to us. What are the goals? What are the aspirations? What do we want to accomplish? And is this person in alignment with that, at least a little bit? That's what we're looking for. Wow, that's a bit tall order for us. So, because so many politicians lie, how are we going to know? Oh, okay. So they're putting the responsibility back on us. You have got to lean into your intuition. In fact, it's almost feeling like this is a pivotal election because we are being pushed into really having to trust and lean into our intuition about who is the optimal party to vote for. And the thing about that is that the truth of that will be different from person to person. That's way bigger than you and I, Richard. It's about teaching us to lean in and trust our own truth. We need to do that and then act accordingly. Even though there's going to be cross purposes going on, that's the path to getting back into more alignment as a country. Because people have just kind of lost their minds and forgotten what it means to be a decent human being. We got to take care of that. Oh, this is big, Richard. So what else do you want to share about that? Anything else enlightening? They're saying you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Because your collective power is more powerful than any one person. That's what you're forgetting. You have allowed yourself to be disempowered, thinking that all of these politicians, the games that they play, the payoffs are more powerful than you. And that is not true. When the people wake up and realize, now, of course, we're talking about the US here, you guys, in case you're in another country. When the people of the US wake up and realize what's really important to them, things will change. That's where we're going. And that's part of this whole enlightened journey that we're all on right now to Earthtopia. So it's not going to be a snap and it's fixed by 2024. It's process. All we can keep doing is setting our intentions, getting out there and taking the positive action, moving closer and closer towards that higher purpose goal. The rest will take care of itself. So we're not to worry about it. Everybody step in and do your part, what you feel led to do, and we'll be fine. They really, really, really want us to stop worrying about these things. Lean into the hope, the trust, the faith, the belief that together we are making a difference. And that's huge right now. So please, you guys, share that with everybody you know, the ones who are worried, who are scared, paranoid even, as much as possible. Reassure them we really are moving towards a better future. And the more people who help us in that endeavor, the faster we'll get there. So I hope that makes sense and answers your question, Richard. Laura, you did see the video. It's beautiful. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just so moving and beautiful. I hope a lot more people see that because it's a message that the world needs to hear. It's so important. So if you weren't here earlier to hear that, there's a new video on the channel that I just posted that was a message to Laura on one of our Ask Your Guides, where she asked about what divine truth did she need to know, and what came forth was just this incredible, beautiful love message. And I think it's the title of it is something, The Astonishing Truth of Love, something like that. But you'll see it because I put big magical sparkly stars on it so it stands out. Anyway, it's a beautiful message and more people need to hear it. Sherry, thank you. Synchronicity. On Friday, you ordered the 21-day meditation workbook, and yesterday, light as a feather came into your mind. Wow. You know what and where you need to be more in flow. That is so beautiful. Oh, I'm so glad. Happy to hear that, Sherry. So don't forget, if you're willing, join the Facebook group for the 21-day meditation challenge, because that will help you be more successful faster. There's a lot of love and support there. And that's what we're needing as we're moving forward, that light worker solidarity. So thank you for getting that book. This is what Metatron is saying that we need to do right now. More of us need to do that, to connect with our angels, because more of us talking to our angels, bringing forth that love, light, and truth is going to change the world. So thank you for being a part of that. Hi, Gloria. Great to see you. Oh, hang on, you jumped. Oh, you guys, it's 8:30, so we're going to stop taking new questions now, and I'm going to continue going through everything that's here and then any follow-ups that are needed after that. So let's get Gloria back here. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm going to get through all of these before 9 o'clock, you guys. Send me some positive energy that the answers flow fast and smooth so we can get everybody in. So Gloria, a message for Gloria. What do you want to share with her tonight? Love, light, and exuberance. I'm hearing that song Gloria, and you know that's a really upbeat song, so I'm sure you know that song. So what else do you want to share with her? Don't be timid right now, Gloria. It's your time to step out with more faith and confidence. Those things that you've been dreaming about and you were maybe a little bit afraid to do because you thought they might be a little out of your reach, they're not. Just grab an angel's hand and go do it. You're not alone. You can do it. If you dream it, it's possible for you, or you would not have been inspired. So remember that, get out there and do it. So anything else for Gloria? Yeah, just lots of green lights in front of you, Gloria, as you move forward. This new chapter of your life, there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of love. It's a whole new you. It's Gloria 2.0. So get to doing it sooner than later, because, oh my gosh, it's going to be so much fun. You are going to love it. So yeah, get out there and do it now. Okay, and Naya, you've been waiting to catch a live, and you can't tell if you're following the right path or prioritizing correctly. Well, hey, you made it. So congratulations. Good to have you here. So for Anaya, is she, I think it's a she, Anaya's a she. I'm getting a she. I hope that's right. So is Anaya on the right path? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, enthusiastic yeses for you, Anaya, just in case you had any doubt. So priorities, is she prioritizing correctly? They're saying go with what feels best. You know, some you could have done better, but you're doing okay. So when it comes to priorities, feel your way through, go into your solar plexus, pick the things that feel the best, do those first. We have a tendency to not do that. We do it exactly opposite of that. We think, oh, I want to do the drudgery things and get those out of the way. And then what happens is we never get to those things that are really soul uplifting, that feel so wonderful. So here's a little trick you can do. Ask yourself, if you knew you had 1 month to live, what would be the most important thing for you to accomplish in that time? Because when you put it in terms of life and death, it gets real as it can be, and then you will know what your priorities are. So, yeah, it can feel a little dark, but it's not. It's a really uplifting exercise, because it helps you to get that clarity that was clouded by all the other stuff. That gets the stuff out of the way, so you get your answers sooner and you can get started working on those priorities. So once you figure out what they are, go for it. Move forward with exuberance, with your angels at your side, and just create that splendid, amazing life that you're here to create. No holds barred. So, a continuous thought has been on your next future partner. What is it that you need to be doing more or less to facilitate this meeting? Well, what we just talked about is going to facilitate it. When you get in alignment with your soul journey, you are cooking with gas. You are in the flow. You are a magnet for that which you seek, including relationships. So get in your mind what it is you're looking for. What are those priorities? What do you need from a partner? Be flexible, though, because a lot of times we're wrong. Let the angels help you to pick the very best one. That always works better. And then just put it out there. Hey, angels, I am looking for an optimal partner. Show me. Help me find them. They will open doors. They will create synchronicities. They will just roll out the golden carpet for you to help lead you to that person. But meanwhile, in each and every day, live your life to the fullest with exuberance, with joy, just experiencing all the tremendous glory that there is in your life. No holds barred. Don't hold back. So that's for you. Hey, Susanna. Any messages for you? Love and light. Thank you. Right back at you. So for Susanna, what do you want to share with her tonight? It's feeling like you still need to lighten up some more, Susanna. I'm hearing the name game. Banana bow, all that silly stuff with the name. And if you don't know what that is, Google it and find it. It's an old song, but it's silly, and it plays games with the name. But whenever that comes up, it's always a message for that person about lightening up, putting more joy, more laughter, more silliness, outright silliness, Susanna. Don't hold back with just laughter. Go for the silliness. You need more of that energy, because it shifts you into a place where your vision just gets so clear. You will see things crystal clear that you might have missed otherwise. So that silly energy, go play on the playground, get some kids to play a game with you, play hide and seek, anything that puts you into that fun, childlike energy is going to help you shift your energy so that you can now have more clarity about where you're going and what you're doing. It will change your life. That's what is needed. And remember, is she gonna know what I'm talking about? Okay, so in the Bible, Jesus talks about having to become like a little child to enter the kingdom of heaven. Now, whether or not you believe in all that stuff or not, the energy and the truth of that is connecting with your inner child, that childlike sense of joy, wonder, and delight. That is what we all need as adults to recapture, so that we can be in alignment with our soul, living our purpose more fully. So try to remember what you were like when you were silly and having fun as a child. Reconnect with that. Do some of that. Go play hopscotch if that makes you happy. But just something to let your energy shift. Do that, a few times until you feel like you're in a different place. Do it as long as is necessary until you can do it without having to quite go that far. Or maybe you always go that far. I don't know. I still skip down the sidewalk with my granddaughter sometimes. And, you just allow that energy to come in. It's good for you. It's good for the soul. Randy, oh, you're so welcome. Glad it helped. Hey, Debbie, you were going to ask about pendulums. You see someone else did. You found that bear's only choke chain collar is a pendulum. Oh, that is so cool and magical. So are you going to use it as a pendulum? That would be really wonderful. even if just once in a while. Yeah. So if you had any other questions about pendulums, just throw them in there. I tried to cover the basics. Oh, Beth, boats are important for you. Awesome. Okay. You didn't have a cruise in mind, but maybe a cruise is just what you need. So throw it out there and see what comes back, because there's some opportunity for you that's cruises. And they hire people on cruises to come and be the entertainment. With the right connections, you could do your work on a cruise. I read some time back about opportunities for speakers to go on these cruises and do some entertainment. And your work would be so fabulous on a cruise. And you would have a lot of fun too. So maybe you just go on a fun cruise and you kind of make some inquiries while you're there. And maybe you do some impromptu readings for people just to get the word out. So, let that kind of percolate, see where that goes. There's something big there for you, Beth. Hey, old guy, glad to see you. You've been working overtime in your dream state. You're guiding souls to their takeoff point to continue their work. It's kind of interesting. That is awesome. As long as you enjoy it, just remember that there's no obligation for you to do that. If it's ever taxing your energy or it's interfering with your own soul journey, you can tell them, no, I can't help you. You get to choose who you help too, because it's always taking care of you first, and then help the ones you feel led to help. But just know that if you don't help them, somebody else will, or they can reach out to the angels and help themselves. That's always true, but some of them just don't know that yet. So it's really cool. So keep doing it as long as it feels good. Muley Friend. That's an interesting name. Okay. So for Muley Friend, is Muley Friend a he? A she? I'm getting that you're a he, so we're going to go with that. You tell me if I'm wrong. So Muley Friend, what are his guides' names? What are the guides' names for Muley Friend? I'm hearing Gordon, but it's said in a really weird way, almost like a donkey brain. So like Gordon, kind of like that. So Gordon is a guide. And I hope that didn't hurt your ears. So any other guides want to identify themselves to Muley Friend? You have a Saskatchewan. Oh, I'm not saying that right. It's brain blip. Sasquatch. Okay. Is that what it is? Sasquatch? That's your name, or is it Saskatchewan? Sasquatch. Okay. So you got a Sasquatch. And does this guide really look like a Sasquatch? Can if they want to. They change shapes so they can look like anything. Those two are identifying themselves. And no, Muley Friend, that they don't like to identify themselves. So you are really blessed that two of yours came forth and were willing to share a name with you. So that says something about your relationship with them, which is really cool. Michaela, being on Earth has been feeling difficult. You're longing to share your gifts. Does your team suggest that you share your poetry? Okay. So for Michaela, what can you share with her about why it's so hard to be on the earth? Too much efforting, not enough flow, Michaela. You're being too hard on yourself, second guessing yourself. You have this thing in your mind about life has to be hard, and it's just not true. Life can be joyful, wondrous, fun, light, expressive. All of those things when you allow it to be. But you've got to let go of the limiting beliefs about how it must be. You are the creator of your reality. What do you want your reality to look like, to feel like? Focus on that. Let go of those other ideas about what people told you you must or have to or should do, because they're not your truths. They're their truths. Okay. And what about her poetry? Oh, absolutely. Your soul is just crying out to share that beauty. That's your soul speaking to the world. When you do that, you're going to feel lifted up. You're going to feel lighter and wonderful. That will shift so much for you. No holding back. Go do it ASAP. It will feel good. And yeah, you're probably a little scared about sharing it and being judged, but don't worry about that. It's just like when I make these videos, I put the love, the intention, the energy into them, and then like little birds, set them free, and they either sink or they swim. I've done my best, and that has to be good enough. So for you, you put your poems out there, you set them free to touch those who need to hear it, and those who don't, they won't. And it doesn't matter if that's one person or a million people. For that one person, it means something. So if you can hold on to that, keep your expectations down so that you don't make yourself nuts. Just put it out there with love, intention, your very best. And that is all that is asked of you. That is all you need to do. And your angels will help you fill in the gaps to do the rest. So feel better. More love for Michaela. You might want to go do one of those meditations. Get the little book of meditations if you can. There are a couple in there that are creator, himself, herself, themselves, coming forward to connect with you. And they're so beautiful. They're so validating. You will just feel like you're floating on a cloud after you do those meditations. They were divine downloads for a reason. We need them. That will help you a lot. So be kind to yourself, be loving to yourself, and you will feel better. So come back and tell us about all your wonderful triumphs next time. Debbie, any messages for Dan and you together or individually? You've been moving through grief after losing Bear. Oh, I'm sorry. It was hard, but you found the feeling of fun and joy on your side-by-side trails. That is so wonderful. Yeah. Bear gave you so much love for so many years. It's like, yeah, it's just his time to rest. He was worn out and it was time. And as much as possible, be happy for him. Just send your love after him and know he's still connected to you. He's never very far away. He'll be around. You can reach out. Just close your eyes and imagine he's there. Reach out, hold him, stroke his head. Whatever brings you comfort, do that. It will make a difference. So, Debbie and Dan, do you have any messages that you want to share with them? I'm getting a big old slurp from Bear. That's funny. Okay, thank you, Bear. Yeah. He's leaning on your leg, just rubbing his head against your leg. Oh, so beautiful. He wants to comfort you. He wants you to know he's not gone. His energy still remains. It'll always be there. So what do you want to share with Debbie and Dan? Anything individually or together? Grace and kindness to yourself, love. Take the time you need to go through to do the grieving as much as possible. Process it from the perspective, the higher perspective, so that you don't suffer so much, because it was never meant for you to suffer when you lose a loved one, because they're never lost. They're just across the veil, and that's thinner than ever right now. So you can always reconnect with them as much or as little as you want to. They're not gone. More kindness. If you can take a vacation, take a few days off, get out on the boat, do some kind, loving, peaceful things for one another. I'm seeing the two of you going out, buying gifts for one another, something very special that you wouldn't ordinarily do. It's like that old story, The Gift of the Magi. If you remember that one, where the couple were too poor to buy Christmas gifts for each other. And so he sold his watch to get her a gift, and she sold her hair to buy him a fob for his watch. He bought her something to put in her hair that she got cut off. And it was just so beautiful because they were each with pure love, sharing and giving. Even in their depth of need, they were still giving that love. And it was perfect. It was beautiful. And the watch wasn't all that important. The hair will grow back. What's important is the relationship, the love. And that's what you've got. That's something to really revel in gratitude for, because so many people don't have what you have, Debbie and Dan. It's very special. The two of you together are going to light up your corner of the world. So get out there, share in whatever way you feel led to share. Maybe you're going to help other people with their grief because you've certainly had enough practice at it. So whatever feels good to you, go do that. Indulge yourselves. Take some me time. Regenerate, recharge. That's what you need right now. That's the most important thing. So lots of love, healing energy, and light for both of you. Jolene, mahalo, which is thank you. Yeah. You resonate with using the word God and you appreciate. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay. Yeah. I hesitate to go too much in that direction because, everybody has their own beliefs, but I have to take it on faith if they're saying it, there's a reason. So I'm so glad. Thank you for validating that for me. Oh, thank you for the like button message, Debbie. I appreciate that. Holly, you are working through the 21-day meditation. Awesome. Any suggestions to level up quickly to hear the messages? And do they have messages? Oh, they always have messages, Holly. They're chattering all the time. So one of the things that blocks people is that their ego steps in and tells them they're making it up. What I want you to know, it's okay if you're making it up, because sometimes making it up is the bridge to get you to the place where you can hear them. So you're in that quiet place, you're opened up, you're asking to receive. And maybe this thought just blazes through your mind. And ego jumps in and says, you made that up. Well, if it's an uplifting, exciting, happy thought, it's your angels talking to you. If it's chastising you, it's ego, but you're probably feeling that. Now, if you're getting nothing, just focus on your body. Are you getting any sensations in your body? Sometimes it will come very subtly. So you've got to be open to all of those avenues. Then after you've done that, if you still feel like you're not getting anything, don't go into that frustration energy and it's not working. What am I going to do? Instead, I want you to pretend you're daydreaming. Come up with a little scene in your mind. Picture yourself floating up into your Akashic Records. Take yourself to a very idyllic scene. It can be with a big grandmother tree. It can be a lake, a meadow, the mountains, the beach, whatever resonates with you. Paint that scene beautifully, your perfect scene. And then sit down, breathe in deeply, just revel in the energy of this beautiful space you have created. And ask your guides to come in. And then watch to see what happens. Maybe you'll see something. Maybe just a grasshopper will show up. And if they do, it's your angels and guides, because they come in all shapes and sizes and forms. So don't limit yourself that they need to look like people, because they don't always. Whatever shows up, engage, enjoy. And if nothing shows up, then you make something up. You keep the daydream going. At some point, it's going to take on a life of its own that you're not controlling. That's when you're hearing what your angels have to say. So it's that subtle shift. It's you releasing control, allowing them to step in and take over. And now, if you still get nothing, it's okay. You still had a really pleasant time and you explored your daydream. Keep doing that. They will show up. With most people, once they let go and just do the daydream, it starts happening. And also, don't hesitate to ask for help in the Facebook group, because people will share their experiences with you. They will cheer you on, all sorts of things. It will just help you to get there faster, because we all want to get there ASAP, right? It can't be fast enough. So let us help you. We will come in there and share your experiences, because very often when you come in and share your experience, you will find out that, oh my gosh, that little thing I was overlooking was actually a message. Missed it, because it can be so subtle. I've told this story many, many times, but I'll tell you again. My first time trying the 15-minute meditation, this was before this, was way back when I first started doing this work. I got a purple blob. And I was so excited because I got a purple blob and I didn't make it up. It just came in. And what is purple all about? That's spiritual. That's your crown chakra. It's connection to source. It was wonderful. So whatever you get, be grateful for it. Be excited about it. And then come back and do it again. Don't press yourself. Don't stress about it. Just do that little bit of time every day and know that over time it will evolve in divine timing. Just allow it. That's the key. No forcing. So hopefully that helps. You are so welcome, Beth. Sister of Six, you're welcome. Oh, I'm so glad the pendulum stuff helped you. Yeah, let me know. Thank you for the thumbs up, Jolene. I appreciate that. C'est la vie. Thank you. Last spring, you told me that we wouldn't find a house this summer, but in September. We had been looking for 2 years. You are spot on. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to hear that. Thank you for letting me know, because so often I don't know if it was right or not. I just have to go on faith that there's a reason they're telling me what they are. Oh, you guys have such a wonderful time in that new home, with all the love you're going to create there and the new exciting life. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Beth, beautiful for Nina. Yeah. Yeah. They're in fine form right now. It's this 4D energy. What's coming through just has a different texture to me. I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but it's definitely different. Muley friend, I already got your question. James, father's probate, how soon will it be and will it go as he told you? So for James, the father's probate, can you give us a timeline when that will happen? Is it in 2023? Yes. Is it in September? Oh, September. Okay. So by the end of September? All right. So is it 4th week of September? Could it happen in the 3rd week? Oh, it's looking pretty definite for the 4th week. Know that things can change. It can shift a little bit, but yeah, it looks like it's coming up within a month. So that's pretty good. And will the probate proceed as he was promised by his father? Oh, there's going to be some glitches, James. And is that his father changed something? No. Is that somebody's going to dispute? Oh, okay. There's some dissonant energy there, James. There's somebody who's not in agreement with it, so they're going to try and fight it. Somebody's going to try and fight it. Will they be successful? No, they will ultimately not be successful, but just know that there's a good chance somebody's going to try and put a monkey wrench in things. So knowing that it will go eventually the way it should, hold on to that. Keep a really positive attitude about it. Try not to get into any negative energy. If somebody is causing you trouble, don't push back. Let the people involved, the experts, take care of that. Energetically stay out of that. Instead, stay in that energy of it's going to flow as my father promised. Stay in that energy and you can make that be true. So I hope that helps. Nina, you are so welcome. You tried to go to the upper world in shamanic practice and you went to St. Michael's Mount. Beautiful. But you were told it might not be it. Any directions or advice? Well, if you were told that it was, let's just ask. So for Beyond Nina, did she go to St. Michael's Mount in her meditation? Yes, you did. When it's something wonderful like that, it's pretty much always true. So just accept it, be grateful for it, and then ask for more. It's ego trying to tell you that you're making it up. And ego is just doing its job trying to keep you safe. It's not malicious in any way. But ego's got to get over itself and get on board with soul, which is why the meditation, the Pow Wow with ego, higher self, and soul is so important, because it helps you bridge that gap, come into oneness, the 3 of you, so that you're working to a common purpose. Then there's less of that kind of stuff happening. But you absolutely did. Keep going. You're doing fine. Let it just keep expanding. Yeah. Mimi Nee, any messages for you? Okay, so for Mimi Nee, what do you want to share with Mimi? It's so funny. This song comes up almost every session. So tonight you're getting it, Mimi. Forget your troubles. Come on, get happy. You're going to the promised land. And that's the Judy Garland version, if you're not familiar. So for Mimi, she's going to the promised land. Can you tell her a little more about that? You're on the right track, Mimi. Just keep going, experiencing the joy, embracing the joy, allowing more to come in. Don't block it with fear, doubt, limiting beliefs. Allow it to expand, because baby, you are on track. So just soar into the promised land. Yeah, it's a beautiful path that you're on. Patty, any messages from your guides or angels, what you need to do to move forward? So for Patty, What does she need to do to move forward? Less self-doubt, Patty, less second-guessing yourself. When you feel something is right in your solar plexus, trust it and go with it. Stop second-guessing, because that blocks you. And not only does it block you, but it's like it almost builds blocks around you that then eclipse your vision so that you can't see those other things the angels are bringing to you, the other opportunities, the open doors. So when you feel inspired to do something, go do it quickly. No second guessing, just do it. Be in a state of gratitude. That will help keep you in that balanced energy place where then you will see more that the angels are bringing to you. So it's that kind of doubting Thomas energy, and that's ego. So again, get the Pow Wow meditation. It will serve you well, and work on that. But yeah, you're headed in the right direction. Just keep going. Don't be distracted by ego. Jamais, are any messages from your pets on the other side? Okay. So for Jamais, pets on the other side. And I believe you said there were 2 cats. So kitties, what do you want to share with your mom from the other side? They're purring loudly. No more pain, no more discomfort. They're very comfortable. They're snuggled down in these really luxurious, furry kind of beds. It's like somebody put out this is silly, but it's like somebody laid out a mink coat for them to snuggle in. It's just so cushy, so luxurious. And it's like, welcome to heaven, kitties. This is what it's like. You get only the very best, and they're being served like filet mignon and, the high-end stuff that they really appreciate. They're being pampered because the transition can be a little bumpy sometimes. So as they're shifting into this new way of being, they're being pampered, and they're just so happy and so comfy. Now they want you to let go of all of the second guessing about the choice to let them go, because it was the right choice. They love you. They want to come and snuggle with you. So when you're lying in bed at night, if you're missing them, imagine them right there beside you, snuggling up in your neck, purring, comforting you, and they will be there. You can reach out and stroke them. And you do that as long as you need to do that to feel better. But no, they're fine. They are perfectly fine. And they want you to be happy. Makes them sad when you're sad. So do your best to put it in perspective, to allow for them to have this new wonderful life, knowing that they're always close by if you need them, and move on. And they're saying, oh, and Mom, if you want to adopt again, please do. That would be honoring them. But don't be in a hurry. You do it in your time. So for Jamais, a message for her beyond what the kitties had to share. Oh, I'm hearing Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. I don't know if you know that song. It's a very old song. But it's something they sing at funerals sometimes. It's beautiful. It's like an angel hymn. The angels are singing that hymn as the souls are crossing over. It's very comforting. So if you don't know the song, maybe look it up, listen to it, see if it brings you some comfort. But just know there's nothing for you to worry about. They're fine. Now it's time for you to, as much as possible, when you can, move forward in your soul journey. Continue doing what your soul came here to do. Don't let that go. And you will feel better faster. So I hope that helps. Oh, thanks for the heads up, Debbie. I appreciate that. 423. Yep, we're PA pals. Absolutely. Mike, you're so welcome. Oh, thank you for the beautiful message to the moderators, Jolene. Mary, any messages from your guides, please? So for Mary, what do you want to share with Mary tonight? I'm seeing all these flowers springing up, Mary. It's like one of those time-lapse photos where there's this green meadow, and then in just seconds, it's transformed into this haven, all sorts of flowers, and the scent is intoxicating because there's so many of them. So what is that about? Is that representative of her creation? No, it's not her creation. So what is it? It's a gift to you, Mary. A gift from your angels. So is that because she loves flowers? Okay, yeah. It's like you're needing a little heart's ease right now. And so they're sending you the most magnificent bouquet ever made, because it's a whole field of flowers, all for you. That's how much you are loved and adored. How diligent they are in caring for you, that they would take the time to create this magnificent natural bouquet of beautiful flowers, all of your favorites and then some. So know your angels are on the job. There is not a single thing that escapes their notice. They are right there with you always. Don't hesitate to ask for more if you need more. And yeah, you can have more than a whole field of flowers. Absolutely. That's just a beginning. They'll give you so much more. Thank you, 423. I appreciate that. And you like the burly angels. Yeah. Bring them on. You know, no spindly little angels if what you really want is a big burly one. Or, you know, whatever other iteration of angel you want. They can be soldiers. You know, they can be anything. They can be animals. They don't have to be human form either. And for 23, let's be on the lookout for the new candidate in 2024. Yeah, for sure. Flora, is your son going to find a full-time job soon? Okay, so for Flora, is it highly likely her son will find a full-time job soon? Not soon. In the year 2023. Okay, so at least this year. And will it be before December? Okay, before November? So in November, it's highly likely he'll find a job in November. Will it be a full-time job? Full-time, good job? One he'll want to keep for a while? That's 100%. It's a job he'll want to keep for a while. Okay, you heard it here. Sometime in November, a good job. So it's feeling like that's why it's going to wait until November, because that's the right opportunity. He doesn't want to get the wrong job sooner, because it wouldn't be a good long-term opportunity. $4.23. Ever since you stopped following the candidates, your life has been less stressful, but you'll let those who care do so. Yeah, that's actually very wise. They're all the time saying, you know, you need to know what's going on, but you don't need to get in there and roll around in the misery, because there's not a whole lot you can do about that. You know, you do your part and whatever you feel led to do, but don't let it bring you down. And there's so many people that are out there living in fear and worry, doubt, just terrified of what's going to happen. And all that does is feeds the power of the dark ones. So as much as possible, we just kind of see it with soft focus. Don't engage with it any more than you have to. Let it be, let it work itself out. You keep working on raising yourself up to that higher frequency, because that is the most empowering thing you can do for yourself and for the world. So for all of us, that's the wise advice right now. Ashika, hey, how is this month going to be for you? So for Ashika, what does this month look like for Ashika? Rough spots. There's some rough spots coming up. Okay, can you tell us? It feels like burlap, like some rough burlap on your skin. Is the whole month going to be rough for her? No, just spots. So is there something special she needs to know to deal with that? Just know that it's temporary. Notice it. Don't let it get you down. Just know it's going to be there. So you'll be prepared for it when it happens. And it's just like a momentary hiccup. And what do you do for hiccups? You hold your breath, right? Or whatever other method you have to get rid of hiccups. But you can get rid of them. You don't have to be stuck with them. So when you feel that rough burlap or sandpaper scraping your skin, stop, notice it. What's causing it? how do you get out of it? And let it go. Don't engage with it. Just get away from it. And that will help you get through the month way smoother with less strife. So yeah, there's a few rough spots, but nothing you can't handle. That's what they want you to know. Okay, so we've got to the end of the questions and we're just after 9. So that's really excellent. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Beth. I appreciate that. Linda, thank you. Thanks for the positive energy, 423. Much appreciated. Anaya, you are so welcome. So I'm sorry, Callista, we're after the closing. Let's talk on the 3rd Saturday about your mom, okay? Because I don't want to leave you hanging for too long on that. And I would make an exception, but then if I do, then I have to make more exceptions. So I apologize. You are so welcome, Anaya. Thank you, Linda. 423. It's strange that as times advance, we become more sophisticated when the goal is to be like kids. Yeah, but sophisticated kids, right? With all the knowledge of the adults, but the attitude of the kids. That's perfect because we have to have that fun, playful energy so that we can move forward in the most empowered way and create this amazing new world. Debbie, you will use Bear's Chain as a pendulum. That's perfect. He only wore it a short time, but his energy was strong. Yeah. He was massive. And it felt right to add to your collection. That's awesome. Oh, and you like the Dowsing Buddies. Yeah, absolutely. You guys do that. And if you don't know anybody locally, you could always go in the 21-day meditation group and ask for Dowsing Buddies in there because there's a lot of dowsers in there. So, you could do anything that you need to do. You could do a live in there and do some dowsing. Sky's the limit. Whatever you want to do towards advancing your confidence and your skills, because the more of us who tap in and learn how to be empowered in this way, the better. We can spread more of the love, the light, and the healing faster. So that's perfect. So I'm trying to remember. You said it wasn't SB. I think you said it was eSpy. Anyway, I'm sorry because we're past questions now. So please come back the next time and I'll be happy to answer your questions. Rob D, you're so welcome. Richard, you're not worried about the future. You just wanted validation that light is trying to gain political foothold into making a change. Absolutely. The angels, the light, it's all working for our good in the bigger picture. A lot of it we can't see yet, but there is a lot shifting in the background, plus all of our love and intentions as well. So we just keep putting that out there, trusting that they are effecting change, even though it's not necessarily evident yet, but it's on the way. I don't know if it will be a big change as you were indicating for 2024. That seems like a bit out of reach, but miracles happen every day. So let's put that out there and ask for and expect a miracle. Might not look like what we expect, but it will be whatever's best. Oh, Debbie, that's so beautiful. You felt Bear when I was talking about him. That's so beautiful. Yeah, let him come to you. I did that, with ours when they had to go. And it was just so comforting, standing beside the bed and I'm just reaching out and stroking the head and can just feel the connection. It's still there. And you can do that anytime you want. And the thing is, when you give yourself permission and you do that, the healing happens faster. So then you find out you just don't need to do it that often because, for one thing, you're confident that they're fine. You know that, they're in a better place and they're moving on and doing what they need to do with their soul work. And meanwhile, you are too. So yeah, it really helps with the healing. Holly, you're so welcome. You love the Daydream guidance. You'll keep me posted. Thank you so much. Yeah, please do. You can do this. Absolutely. You're already doing it. You're just not recognizing it. That's the trick. Mimi Nee, you are so welcome. Jama, you're welcome. Peace and blessings to you as well. Sue, hi. Sorry, again, we're past new questions, but please come back next time. Marianne. Yeah. The Pow Wow Meditation, Patty. I've listed it on the pinned comment for a number of the videos. It comes up a lot with the Ask Your Guides and the Metaphysical Chat. So if you look in the pinned comment for a couple of the older ones, you should find it. And if you don't find it, send me an email. I'll get you the link. I just can't do that while we're live right now. You're welcome, Gloria. Oh, thank you, Callista, for being understanding. I appreciate that. Yeah. You're welcome, Catherine. Alex, I answered your question at the very beginning. You were the very first question. So just go back and listen to the replay and you'll get it there. You're welcome, James. No, your question's not gone, Alex. It's at the very beginning. You go back there and listen, you'll get it. Thank you for the blessings, Marianne. Blessings to you as well. Thank you. And blessings to Alex. Okay, we're at the end, you guys. Hey, not too bad, just a little bit over time. So let's just take a minute and thank our guides and shut the energy down before we go our separate ways. So take a couple of deep breaths and let the love flow. Just feel that beautiful energy flowing through your body with each breath that you take. Know that your angels are breathing healing energy into and through you with each breath that you take. Accept it, allow it, feel it, and then thank them. Be in a state of gratitude and you'll get more. So thank you for every individual who showed up here tonight, who was a part of this, who shared your energy. Thank you to all of the individual teams. We so appreciate you being here, sharing your love and light, making the energy of this just pop and percolate and serve for the highest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to all of you. I will see you next time. If you're not on my mailing list and you want to come to be on Zoom with me on